Hey guys, it's Random Boy here, and today I'm going to do a review on the new Uber that's just come out in the 6.5 update, the Mizli, or Super Rare, or the Marinmizu. I just cannot pronounce these Super Rares. Like, I just don't get the names. I don't know where they come from, and how to pronounce them. So either way, and anyway, we're gonna do a review on it. I just want to say, about half an hour later, well, it should be exactly half an hour later, I'm gonna do a review on this cat, the air or earth one, however you say it. But right now I'm going to focus on this. I just want to say quickly that the health and attack power stats that I'm about to tell you are going to be at level 30. So if you have the cat itself and it's below or above level 30, then the health and attack power may be slightly different. By the way, another thing that I want to say is that should I stream on the space, like the Cats of Cosmos or something like that? The new space chapter. Should I stream on that tomorrow? I'm not fully sure if I will or not, but I mean, if you guys want me to stream on it, then I will, because I haven't really done any stages. I am gonna do some stages to show you the cats off, but yeah, I mean, I don't know. Should I stream in it or should I not? I mean, it's really up to you guys. But anyway, let's get straight into the review. Right, so let's have a look at its pre-evolve form first. Now, the pre-evolve form is actually quite different to its evolve form. It's a little bit like the Ultra Souls. As you can see there, its recharge time is actually very quick, and it's actually very good. And its abilities are very quite similar, and obviously it's it didn't have all the abilities. Like, I mean, there is obviously much more. Well, its abilities are better, and obviously there's a bit more abilities in its evolve form. But it's actually incredibly useful, actually, in its pre-evolve form, since its abilities. I'll tell you the abilities first, because I mean you kind of want to be using this cat because of its abilities, but for its pre-evolve form, its ability is that it might knock back aliens, and it has a 50% chance to do that, and also it might slow the movement of enemies by 120 frames. I'm not sure how long that is in seconds, but should be quite a while. But yeah, and it has a 50% chance to do that as well, and it also has the warp blocker, so I'm pretty sure it just can't get warped like backwards like these tanks are. But yeah, so that's pretty much his ability, and that ability is actually very good, especially since it's got a very quick recharge time. Obviously, you can just spawn him in like constantly, well, obviously not constantly. In fact, I'll tell you the recharge time now. So the recharge time is in between 17.53 seconds and 26.33 seconds. Honestly, that's very good, especially for its like abilities, and obviously its health and attack, which I'm about to tell you in a bit. But yeah, its evolved form actually has quite actually a long recharge time. Well, not long, but it's got like around 3 to 4 times more, like, recharge time. But either way, I'm moving on to the next level, and I'll tell you the stats in the next level. Alright, so let's start with the health now. So the health at level 30 of this cat, it's 20,060, which is pretty good for its pre-evolve form, especially with recharge time and prices, like what I've previously said. But either way, its attack power is 20,400, which is actually pretty good, and again, that's level 30. It's an area attacker, if you haven't already tell, if you couldn't already tell. Its range is 325, which is alright. I mean, the normal version of Bahamut's got 450 attack, like range even. So I mean, just to give you a better idea. So obviously, it's got a bit, obviously, quite a bit less than Bahamut, but not too much less than Bahamut. So I mean, I guess that just gives you a better idea if you understood that. But anyway, its time between attacks is 9.73 seconds, which is, I mean, all right. I mean, it's not, again, it really isn't the best, but again, it isn't really the worst. Its movement speed is 12, which is actually quite quick for a noob super rare. I mean, obviously, isn't the quickest in the game, like, by far. Can't remember exactly what the quickest in the game, but it's definitely, like, it's got a decent speed, basically. But anyway, it's knockbacks. It takes 4 knockbacks until it dies, which is alright. I mean, you don't really want to be worrying about the knockbacks, only if it only has 1 knockback. If a cat only has 1 knockback, then it won't be that good. I'm just going to spawn other things out, because, like, I'm pretty sure they can't deal with these aliens on their own. But, because the alien chapter is actually quite hard, especially with, the condition, like, with only a certain amount of cats or something. But either way, anyway, they do have, like, quite a lot of health as well, so that's why they aren't dying that easily. The space themed enemies. I don't really know what to call them. But anyway, moving on. So I don't think there's anything else I can. Oh no, the prices of this cat. So for the prices of the pre-evolved form, and this is only the pre-evolved form, the evolved form is different, but on Chapter 1 it's 760, on Chapter 2 it's 1174, and on Chapter 3 it's 1520. So overall, a very good cat actually. It's especially good against like things like the boar, like the alien boar, since it's got the knockback and slow with a huge 50% chance, especially like since you can actually spam him, and obviously it's both the slow and also the knockback. So, and obviously it's got the warp blocker for the space raptor, but very good cat overall. Now let's move on to its evolved form. Alright, so as you can see here, obviously the evolved form has quite a lot more pricing to it. So I'll tell you the prices now first. So on Chapter 1, the evolved form is 2,480, which is alright price. On Chapter 2, and the Stories of Legend, it's 3,720, and on Chapter 3, it's 4,960. So overall, pretty good range, especially for what you get from it. Obviously, like, the attack animation and, like, obviously its looks are a little bit different. Obviously, the attack animation is quite the same. It's just, like, more, like, explosion to it and all that stuff. But anyway, moving on to its health. So its health has actually increased. It's actually just over double its health from its pre-evolved form, and it's now at 41,820. So that's pretty good health. Its attack power has almost doubled, but just under doubled. But it's at 39,400, which is again pretty good. It's pretty much almost doubled on both of them, the health and attack power. Its attack range has increased. It's now 400 instead of 325, which is alright. And again, the normal form of Bahamut, of the Bahamut cat, which you get at end of Chapter 3, is 450. So obviously it's just under Bahamut's range, I guess. So I mean, just give you a better idea. But anyway, it's still got the same time between attacks at 9.73 seconds. Its movement speed is actually slowed. Gotten slower. It's now 10 instead of 12. Now this can be a good thing and also a bad thing. Obviously, it's a bad thing because, like, obviously it takes longer for it to get to the enemies, but not too much longer. However, it's a good thing because if you do have too much movement speed, and once an enemy gets knocked back, it will like run forwards, or if you use like the cat cannon, it will like run forwards. Like that's the problem with like Super Galaxy Cosmo. As soon as like all the enemies gets knocked back from like a cannon or something, it will just run forwards and then into like the enemies and then just get killed. But I mean, that shouldn't happen with this anyway. Even in its like pre-evolved form, it should be alright, and I die because I was not paying attention at all. But anyway, let's just go back into the level. Alright, so we're back. So I'll try and concentrate on spawning other stuff as well, but as you can see there, it does slow it, and it has a 100% chance to slow it. Obviously, it probably won't knock it back. Well, probably just knock it back normally instead of just the original, like, knockback, which you do. But anyway, moving on, everything else has stayed the same other than its recharge time, which I've mentioned before, but that is at, it's 84.87 seconds. Well, it's between 84.87 seconds and 93.67 seconds, and obviously that depends on like how much treasures you got. If you've got like the recharge time treasures, then it should be the 84.87 seconds. If you haven't got any treasures, then it should be 93.67 seconds. So anyway, overall that's pretty good cat. I would recommend using its pre-evolved form, like a lot like the Ultra Souls. Sometimes you want to be using its pre-evolved form, sometimes you want to be using its evolved form. But for things like the Alien Boar, I recommend using its pre-evolved form, just because it's got like, you know, obviously you can spam it more, and it still has a very good 50% chance to knock it back and slow it. And obviously, it will, once you got a bunch of them, then it will just probably happen constantly. And I would recommend using the evolve form on the space levels, just because it's got like the... Oh yeah, I completely forgot to mention its abilities. But yeah, so it for the evolve form, its ability is that it's... now it's got only takes quarter damage from aliens, so that's pretty good. And it's knockback aliens, and it's now a 100% chance. And also the slow of movement of aliens is also 100%, and it's just for the same time. I'll just go back into a level for a bit. Alright, so obviously it's got the 100% chance to slow and knock back aliens. It's got the... And what's really good about this for the the space or the Cats of the Cosmos chapter is that it's got a barrier break of 100. Well, it's 100% barrier break, and it's also got the warp blocker, which it obviously did have in its pre-evolved form. But yeah, it's got the 100% barrier break, which is very good for the Cats of the Cosmos chapter, because obviously, oh, we did it. I'm not sure if you saw that, but my screen just flashed for a bit then. I don't know why, but anyway, so yeah, I would recommend using the evolve form on the Cats of the Cosmos chapters, or whatever this chapter's called. I really don't know what it's called, but no, I mean, I can't really check because I'll be showing off my inquiry code. And if you show off your inquiry code, then people can steal your account. But anyway, so obviously evolve form for this chapter, the Mizli ones for the normal alien chapters, I would recommend. Obviously, you can use the evolve form for the space chapters, because it does obviously do more damage and it only takes quarter damage from aliens. But that's my option. That's what I would do. But anyway, that's gonna be it for this video. Obviously, half an hour after this video, it may not be half an hour after this video. Maybe it may be half an hour before this video, depending on when I'm uploading this. Because I haven't really done the review on this yet. I'm doing this after I stop recording for this. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe for more. Remember to turn on that notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload. Just like because my uploading schedule is kind of a bit like rubbish, quite recently. But anyway, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe for more. Turn on the notification bell, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.